Yes, sir. And we back with another one, the biggest freestyle show on the planet with Spin Life. Y'all already know every week we bringing that heat. Young Paris is here. We ain't gonna talk about it. We gonna get straight into it.
Oh yeah.
The biggest.
Shout out my brother Spin Life, man. Thank you for having me, King.
You already know.
You know what I'm saying? Young Paris. You know what's going on? Big up Africa.
You already know.
Look.
Talk to him.
Spend money like we don't like money. Wrist got carrots like a white bunny. Hit it once, almost had me on one knee. African pussy tastes like honey. Leader of the tribe, move privately. If you clout chasing, you can't ride with me. 2019, I've been building my team. Now you see we getting booked like a library. Sometimes I lick, but I don't bite. If I hit it once, she mine for life. Pull up in the black, left in the white. Pull up with your ex, left with your wife. Melanin, melanin, melanin. Africans all about Benjamin. Move like a thug, look like a gentleman. Good gas got me on the fifth element. I'm not doing drugs and I stopped drinking. Now I'm always on time and I'm always thinking. I've been chasing that bag, now the cash printing. If it ain't about money, then we not linking. This girl got a thing for the black kings and said she wanna go down, wanna get her kinking. This, look, pussy never come first, let that sink in. Jeez.
Yes.
Let's go.
Young Paris.
Oh man.
Yes. That freestyle was crazy, my brother.
Let's go, man. I had to, you know.
Thank you for coming. Straight off the plane, too.
Straight off the plane, man. Just touched down. Had to pull up on the brother.
You already know.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for coming. Like I said, freestyle was crazy. Let's get straight into it. Young Paris, how you get the name?
Oh, I'm from Paris. Like, I'm really born in Paris.
Say that. Say that.
And when I was in college, they couldn't pronounce my real name, so they started calling me Paris.
Yeah.
First,
yeah.
like Frenchy, all the little French names, but then Paris really stuck.
Say that. Say that. How was that Paris life compared to here?
Oh, man, Paris is like a different vibe.
Definitely. Beautiful.
If you ever been to Paris, like, a lot of guys go to Paris for Fashion Week and shit. They get to touch down and see, like...
Yeah, because you lived there, so it was a whole different experience than going to visit.
It's different culture. I mean, even the whole layout, like the city of Paris is like more upscale, but the outskirts is like the hood. So we call it banlieue. It's like the suburb is the hood. It's like the opposite than here.
Got you.
But yeah, Paris is like, it's bad mixed race. Like you got mad races that mix together. It's not like racial like it is here.
Yeah, and it's kind of more love out there.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. What you working on right now?
I just dropped a tape called African Hustler.
Okay.
I've been kind of on the low for like 2 years. I had a kid. But yeah, bro, I'm just pushing this vibe, just getting back to it. You know,
definitely.
This fashion shit, this fly shit.
Yeah.
This culture shit, you know, Afrobeats.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I followed you for a while, and that's definitely been your thing. You know what I'm saying? You definitely put out good work, and fashion has definitely been, you know what I'm saying, the forefront of your career. You know what I'm saying? I commend you because you've been doing your thing for a while, and then you fell back. And I always tell artists not to stop. You know what I'm saying? Even though you had a kid and you fell back, I always tell, because it's hard.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it's needed because we like, damn, let me spend some time with the family.
Yeah.
But then it's hard getting back, especially for some people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for yourself, it's not as hard. You know what I mean? Because you work hard.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not as hard for individuals like you. But I do still agree, like, if you didn't stop, it would have been, you know what I'm saying, a little crazy, you know what I mean? So that's just, I always tell artists, you know.
I mean, it's a lot that comes with it. You know, if you ever been signed, you know that, like, it's different how you move different when you got a machine behind you. So my contract was up.
On your own.
Yeah, my contract was up and it was COVID and, like, the tour got canceled and, like, it's really just kind of kills your morale.
Yeah.
But I feel like for a lot of artists, just what COVID did to us, like, because we had to connect with people. Like, if you had a momentum with your brand at that time, you felt it. So it was really like, if you wasn't online doing, like, these lives and, like, doing virtual performances, like, you really had to figure out how to get the bag in different ways. So for me, it really just put me back into my pivot of getting money, like how to get back on my hustle. And I couldn't focus on the music the way I wanted to. So it kind of just, like, got me off on my tilt. And then the kid came and I felt like I just embraced what God was giving me.
Yeah, of course.
You know, so it never really was to stop, but definitely I hear what you're saying. Like the momentum, it's not the same when you really just, See,
the good thing for you is that you passionate about it, so you still going to continue to do that.
Mm-hmm.
For some people, you know, they still be passionate about it, but not as much. So when they slow down or when they stop, they actually completely stop. You know what I mean? Some go to do different things because they don't have that momentum no more, that fire, because they had stopped. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta love this shit, man.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Definitely.
You gotta see this shit as like.
What made you love it? What got you into music?
I mean, I come from music. My father was a dancer. My mother's a dancer. Like my whole life, I was in music. I was drumming the djembe.
Gotcha.
I come from traditional drum and dance troops in Africa. You see these dances, like dance groups.
Yeah.
So I come from that. So music was always from very 3-4 years old. I was hitting the bongos. So
got you.
Getting into rap was more like, you know, with the bros, growing up in New York and like feeling like I had something to say.
Got you.
But music will always be, even if I took 5 years off, it's always going to be. Because again, I think for real artists, like it's in you. And
yeah.
If anything, it just gets depressing when you can't create. You know, when you have these roadblocks, or like whether it's writer's block or you're just not inspired, that really hurts. Like when you see a guy like Kendrick coming back around now, I'm sure that changes everything for him, because you don't know what somebody like him could be going through, even though he's as big as he is. Like maybe he couldn't write for 5 years.
Yeah, because he was definitely out of the loop for a while, and you know, no one knows why exactly. So I definitely understand that.
Mm-hmm.
What's next for you?
Yo, I'm just pushing, man. You know, I'm dropping these videos. I'm looking at some new label situations.
Okay.
You know, I was a rock for 3 years, and that really just opened me up to how they do business, how the business works. I started doing my MBA, like going to school to get my actual master's in business degrees to really understand the business. I feel like I've been telling this to guys a lot now too. Like if you're a musician or you get into the music business, like learn about business. Like actually, you can go online and learn crazy stuff on YouTube or read books and really understand like where you really bring value in the space. Because I feel like, especially what I see now is just like a lot of oversaturation with the same message and look and story. But what keeps guys like us sticking around is that we always pivot. Like we always know, like if I'm a little different than everybody, if my sound is a little different, my look's a little different, I'm always gonna have a lane, because I'm always seen as someone who stands out, you know. So
definitely,
I feel like it's good as you building as an artist and dropping records. Even if you're successful, like just keep learning the actual business that you in, you know.
Nah, definitely. I always feel that, you know, if you're going into something, especially to make money, you gotta learn it. You gotta learn the aspects around everything that designs whatever that you're going to do. You know what I'm saying? So if it's music, and it's all a business, you know what I'm saying? So music is a business. You got to learn that business.
100%.
I mean, if you go into fashion, that's a business. You got to learn that business.
100%.
I mean, that's the only way and the main way that you're going to understand it, grow, and be profitable about it. Instead of, because we could be passionate about something and still be foolish and just be, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because you're going in with sheer like emotions. Like, you're just thinking, I'm feeling this, but you're not thinking about the logics behind what makes it actually happen. Like, behind this screen, there's like, you know, organizers, there's producers, there's like, you know, there's cameras, there's people that install things, that break down things, there's staff. Like, it takes, you know, a lot of logic to create.
Definitely.
And I think, again, when you coming in here with just sheer talent, you know, this game is not built like that. And I tell guys too, if you want to be a guy in the basement making music, cool, but like half of this business is not talent, it's really understanding how to make your brand make sense, and then having the talent that people actually want to hear, and you'll be all right. But
definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Listen, man, I'll thank you again for coming. Before we get out of here, you already been sipping this bum.
Oh yeah, shout out to Boom Boom, man.
Shout out to Bamboo.
Jeez.
I don't know if I'm saying it right. Bamboo, definitely.
Boom
Bamboo.
Boom Boom.
Bamboo. You know, we African, so we probably got a little slang on there. But shout out to Bamboo.
You from Ghana? You from Ghana? That's crazy.
I'm from Ghana, man.
Do they know you from Ghana?
The peoples that know me know I'm from Ghana. I don't know if everyone knows, but I'm definitely African rooted.
Yeah,
Ghana, you know, blooded.
You did a year return yet? December?
Nah. I definitely got to do that.
You know they're giving free national citizenship to African Americans that go to Ghana. Ghana giving free citizenship to Black Americans. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I gotta go grab that.
You know
And December's definitely the year too. I actually was supposed to go to COVID year, brought my ticket and all that, and then I haven't been back. I haven't redid it since.
Yeah.
Just got busy, but
man, make sure you tell them, listen, y'all go catch that flight, man. Let's stop going to Europe. Let's stop going to Tulum.
Definitely
let's stop
gotta
going
go to the hometown.
Let's start going to Africa, man. Book them flights. It's the same price. You know what I'm saying? It's lit over there, and it's like, don't be scared to go home. Even if you don't know where home is yet, just pull up where it's lit and just start working backwards. Like Ghana, December, year return. I'm going back to Congo in October. I'm Congolese.
Okay.
But I keep telling the bros, like, go to Africa, bro. It changes you. I remember I got in Casanova's ear about going to Africa, and I changed it. If you notice his career,
he went.
Bro, listen, I'm gonna tell you.
He went.
When I was talking to Cass, I said, yo, bro, you gotta touch, because I always saw that he was a teddy bear inside of that gorilla.
Yeah.
But we know that because we Africans, we know that love, like we know that pure love. And I'm like, this is a real teddy bear inside that big gorilla. Like I can see that in him. And I'm not saying that to take away his manhood because he's a man, but when I understood that he got love in him, I'm like, yo, bro, when you go to Africa, it's gonna change you. If you notice his career and his energy was real aggressive and monstrous.
It was.
But when he went back home and started getting next to DeVito and them, he came back. You see, he was all laughing, peace. Yo, let's do this.
I ain't gonna lie. Right after
everything
that, too,
funny.
he
Africa
been
did
going
that
up.
to him, bro. And I tell the guys, like, y'all gotta go to Africa. It's gonna change the whole culture because it puts something in you where you realize, like, it's not just about war out here. It's not just about survival. Like, you go and you see peace, you come back, you got that peace in you. Like, you see guys at K-Sinat, they done been out there, they come back, they put that in the young guys here.
Yeah.
And this new generation changing the vibe because they've been in Africa.
I've been loving that lately too. A lot of big names been going out to Africa and showing love over there, and that's definitely a blessing, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that just changes everything.
It changes
a lot,
you.
You know what I mean?
Nobody ask anybody that been in Africa when they come back home, especially to the city, like what did it do to you when you was out there? It just, you gonna see that person have more love with it. Like you gonna see them, they're a little different, like, cause they see home. And I feel like I'm on both sides. Like, I'm Black American, I'm African, so I'm always trying to see ways of like merging the cultures, like bring the African shit and then making the American shit the vibe. That's why I literally like came up with Afrobeats, and the whole point and the whole theme was like, we can make this African shit like some hip hop shit.
Yes.
And merge the cultures. But anyway, that's another story. But.
Yeah, because we could go on and on about Afrobeats and the whole culture, especially Afrobeats alone. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just it came in the game, and then it's just been.
I was there.
Yeah, it's just been going crazy ever since, man. So and congrats to you, because you one of the individuals, for those who don't know, that was at the forefront of it, creating it. You know what I'm saying? Making it alive, keeping it alive. So I commend you for that.
Thank you, brother.
And I want to give a little toast to you. Thank you for coming.
Yo, love. Thank you, my
Thank
brother.
you for the freestyle. Just got off the plane. You already know. Before we get out of here, give them some words of advice, man. You've been dropping jewels, but give them some words.
I try to squeeze them in because, I know I don't got a lot of time. But again, for the young brothers out there, like, there's way more out of what you're going through right now. Like, just stick around and believe in whatever you want to do. Like, don't let your peers and what's around you influence you too much, because they're not going to be here in a few years.
Yeah.
And you still got to live in that body. You still got to be yourself. You still got to live with your decisions. Like, so, just when you out here moving around, doing your 1-2, get your bag, like, do your thing, man. I ain't telling you it's got to be all legal or illegal. But just know that, like, this is your journey, bro. Like, whatever you feel like you're going to bring to this, and if it's unique, that's what's going to make you special. And, like, to just piggyback on what's lit, you might ride the wave, but you ain't creating a wave. And I'm one of them creators. So I'm always pushing people to, like, just use more of what's in you for real and just express that. Like, use more of that. Like, I might want to wear my hat like this. I might want to throw the hoodie. I might want to cut my arm hoodie off and just be weird. Like, just do that, because that's what works. Like, people want to see you be unique right now. And just be yourself, man.
Yeah, that was the main thing. People want to see you be yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Not someone else, because then it just don't work.
Yeah. Like I like the cool, quiet nigga in the cut that don't talk to nobody. Like, that's him.
Yeah.
I always like when it's like when somebody's just being them, like you, that's just who they are. And
Yeah.
if you just you don't gotta worry about being in any room, being overwhelmed by whoever you're around, because everybody, like the real, like people like me, we could read that. Like we know when it's like that's just him. Like he just he might like to be loud, or this person like to be like that. But I'm always, excited when I meet people who really are who they are. And like when we talk about this African shit, we talk about Afrobeats, we talk about this culture. Like that's me. Like I really was there. We really was outside, like making this blend that y'all see now. When you see the Burners and the Wiz Kids and the DeVitos, like we created a lot of, we inspired a lot. But these guys worked their ass off and they got the accolades and they deserve everything coming to them because they're the ones. But it took them being original, and also to the African guys, like, don't forget to be African. Don't try to be too American. Like, don't try to be too swagged up. Don't try to be too dripped up like us over here, because we want to see your identity. We want to see how you dress. We want to learn from your culture. Don't think it's all about trying to be as American as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to see the Africans that's repping Africa and repping their tribes, and we can learn something from them rather than like everybody doing Balenciaga and just trying to be dripped out just because they want to look like Cardi. You know what I'm saying? It's originality is gonna get you there.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, because it definitely kills me when everybody look the same. But we're not gonna get into that. Like I said, thank you, Young Paris, for coming through. Matter of fact, before we get out of here, tell them where they can find you at. Tell them where they can find your music. Just tell them about
everything
Young Paris.
At Young Paris, man. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't do TikTok, but at Young Paris, it's lit. It's always been lit. It's always gonna be lit. I'll be back outside Fashion Week September, and if you're a brand out there, you got a hoodie for me, some glasses, something dope that I could throw on and show to. I like to show love, so just hit the DM, just hit me up. You know what I'm saying? If you're a baddie, you know what's going on.
Say that. Young Paris is here. Like I said, shout out to Relion, shout out to Bumble, shout out to the whole Black Bottle,
Jeez,
Bel Air, shout out to Chase, shout out to Liz Chanel, the GOAT. Listen, y'all already know, man. We love all y'all. The studios at Kearney Point. Shout out to Scott, shout out to Janelle. Each and every week we dropping that heat, the biggest freestyle show on the planet. Young Paris is here. Spin Life is here. Till next week, we out.